Welcome to late 19th century China, a time when being Chinese in China meant dealing with a bunch of uninvited house guests who've not only overstayed their welcome, but have started redecorating your home without permission.
I'll take this port, you can take that railway, and maybe we'll leave the Chinese the mountains that nobody wants.
You see, during what the Chinese call their century of humiliation, foreign powers like Britain, France, Russia, Germany and Japan were treating China like an all-you-can-eat buffet. And boy, they were hungry. Foreign powers had special privileges in China. They could trade wherever they wanted, were exempt from Chinese laws, and basically acted like they owned the place. Which, increasingly, they did. The Chinese government, about as effective at stopping this as a paper umbrella in a typhoon. So, you're thinking what I'm thinking? That we should form a secret society with martial arts skills, claim spiritual invincibility, and violently expel all foreigners from China? I was going to suggest farming, but your idea sounds way more interesting. In 1898, a group from Shandong province formed the Righteous and Harmonious Society, or as foreigners called them, Boxers, because of their martial arts skills. They weren't big fans of foreigners or their strange ways and religions. Watch as I demonstrate my invincibility to foreign bullets. Shouldn't you test that first with something less lethal? Where's the showmanship in that? The Boxers attracted between 100,000 and 300,000 followers, mostly young, unemployed men who were tired of foreign influence and economic hardship. Initially, the Qing dynasty fought against the Boxers, but soon realized they might be useful. An army of martial arts experts who hate foreigners and work for free? That's what I call fiscal responsibility. In 1900, Empress Dowager Cixi, who had seized power after failed modernization attempts, decided to support the Boxers. Her plan? Use them to kick out the foreigners and strengthen the dynasty. Spoiler alert, not her best idea. As Boxers moved towards Beijing, foreign diplomats got nervous and called for help. Just 400 troops from 8 nations made it to the city before things went south.
We need more troops. The Boxers are attacking.
How many more?
All of them.
Soon, 2,000 additional troops landed at Tianjin without asking permission, which the Chinese government saw as an invasion. This pushed the Qing dynasty to fully support the Boxers. We are friends now? Until further notice, yes. On June 20th, the siege of the legation quarter began. This was the area where foreign diplomats lived. Inside, there were 400 foreign soldiers protecting 400 foreign civilians and 3,000 Chinese Christians. They were surrounded by tens of thousands of Boxers and Chinese imperial soldiers. How long do you think we can hold out? 55 days, give or take. That's oddly specific. Meanwhile, Russia seized the opportunity to send 100,000 troops into Manchuria. Why solve one problem when you can create another? By mid-August, a relief force of 50,000 troops from 8 nations fought their way into Beijing, ending the 55-day siege and defeating the Boxers. We won! Now let's completely lose the moral high ground by committing atrocities. The aftermath wasn't pretty. Foreign troops engaged in looting and much worse things. The Empress had already fled and China was forced to sign yet another unequal treaty, paying massive reparations and granting even more concessions to foreign powers. For China, the Boxer Rebellion was just another nail in the Qing dynasty's coffin, helping pave the way for the 1911 revolution and the end of 2,000 years of imperial rule. The most ironic part is that the great powers of Europe, who usually couldn't agree on what day of the week it was, managed to work together to defeat the Boxers. Why? Because nothing brings enemies together like the chance to carve up someone else's country. They did this to protect the citizens, maintain prestige and most importantly, protect their money and privileges in China. But don't worry, they'd all go back to hating each other properly just in time for World War I.